what is your favorite interview that you ever did? So a lot of people have like a signature interview. Ted, do you feel like you have one that really kind of identifies you?
Uh, no, I mean, I couldn't. I did so many interviews. I mean, I did interviews when I was wrestling. I did a lot of the talking when I was out of the ring, and a manager, because the manager is usually the guy that speaks for his, his protege.
Hmm.
And, and then I even did a few interviews, like the last interviews I did were at NXT. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's just impossible. I mean, it's kind of like it was like you go to work every day, okay, and there's things about your job that are always the same, and I think for most people, there's things that are always changing. And again, with that, with interviews and stuff like that, we'll say, okay, I'm 70 years old now, and I stopped physically wrestling when I was 40, and I wrestled from the age of 21 until I was, I think, until I was 40, just about
Hmm.
to turn 40, and that's when I started doing the managing and what have you, and they go and pick out an interview. No,
Just for a fan perspective, because a lot of people are like, "What was on TV?" Like it lives forever. You should remember this. It's like if let's say that you're a warehouse worker and somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, what do you think is the best truck that you unloaded?" You'd be like,
oh
"Geez, I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know." It's kind of like that. It's a thing that you did every day when you went to work. You're cutting a
yeah,
promo. All that being said, for me, it's probably if I had to pick like a signature kind of an interview that you did, probably the basketball moment, which you and I have talked about here on the show. That's one that gets brought up a lot.
Well, okay, now that's not an interview so much as that's
Segment.
when you say interview to me, it's either Gene Okerlund is there, whoever is got the microphone, puts the microphone in front of me, or I'm holding the microphone, and I'm cutting an interview about my opponent. That's
Gotcha.
what I call an interview. Now, the of all the skits that we did, I mean, with the $1 Million Man, me and the kid with the basketball is the one everybody remembers.
Yep.
And I don't know, do we need to run through that again? So whoever's listening that doesn't know.
Well, look, it's actually pinned on our YouTube page. You get the full story about
Yeah,
that interview. So go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/@ Everybody's Got a Pod. Go and click that clip, and you'll get the full story from Ted on that interview. And yeah, really, it's like a lot of your moments were more like the vignettes that you did. You with the $1 million belt, and you was
yeah.
going to the hospital to get a Band-Aid.
Oh, yeah. And
All
all
that.
of those were done at the beginning. All of those vignettes were seen before I mean, the first time I walked out of a dressing room into the arena with, wearing tights and boots and going to a match. I mean, they already hated me. I mean, they put me out of the building because that's all they had seen is me and kicking the basketball with the kid, me kicking the honeymoon couple out of their suite. I can't remember. Oh, and going to the doctor with a paper cut.
In the
Yeah.
swimming pool, and there's
Oh
man,
yeah,
it's so
kicking all
many.
the kids out of the swimming. So that's yeah. I did enough for the people to hate me before they ever saw me.
And it's something that's really missing in wrestling today is vignettes.
Yeah,
I think that management thinks like, well, the internet is around, so fans are already familiar with these wrestlers. It's like they're familiar with maybe the work that they did in New Japan or in AEW, but when they come to WWE and you're trying to introduce us to a new character, you should really build that character up and kind of let us get to know
yeah,
who they are.
yeah. I agree.